Welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. Guys, in this video, I'm bringing you another Metaverse project that I think has serious 100x, if not, what am I looking at the mic for? 1000x potential. Guys, I'm going to break this down with you. I'm talking about a project called Everdome. And this looks fantastic. A hyper-realistic metaverse that's soon to come where people can socialize, live in, do some stuff, get a job, whatever it is it's going to be. If it sounded interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. I'm sure there's many of you that already know about this project. Matter of fact, I probably spoke about this project about 6-7 months ago. I know I did a video on it. So I want to just touch on it again because it's mega cheap right now. And I think now is the time to buy it. This is not financial advice. Please do your further research. See, this is research, but do your further research before you invest your money. Why am I trying to push the metaverse to you again over these last few days? Is because, if you saw my last video, if you haven't, make sure you check it out. I did a video a few days ago talking about the metaverse and how I think it should be, what the actual metaverse is. What is a metaverse? Because everybody's titling their projects with metaverse, doing this, metaverse. But I want to really be distinctive here with what a metaverse actually is. And I look at something like this, hyper-realistic VR capability where you can actually immerse yourself and you could be around friends and family, be in a nice environmental space and do things, socialize. That for me is what I class as a metaverse. We've got this video here that shows a bit more stuff, what they've been doing over the last couple of months with their updates and stuff, right? And what we expect to see inside the metaverse. But this is, like I said to you before, this was, and I do remember doing a video on this. They're just showing staking and stuff. This was one of the, hyper-realistic, beautiful-looking places I've ever seen in any space in relation to metaverse. And I think that should they pull this off, it can be massive. Like, it really can be. I'm going to bring the volume down. Should they pull this off, it can be massive. And being able to see something like this in the VR headset, along with all your other friends and family running around, or whoever it is, can be great. Like, seriously great. Like, I can picture people living in this space and doing stuff. Now, when it comes to Everdome, I suppose you also have to talk about Metahero as well. I haven't invested anything into Metahero or anything, but it is one that needs to be discussed because obviously they're near enough tied together. Now, I personally haven't invested in this. I think the idea is great. Metahero's trying to allow people to scan themselves in as an avatar, and then you can use your 3D model avatar in game. Now, it sounds great. I think it's got some good potential. I like the idea of it. But when you think about Metaverse, and I don't know if you do this as well, but when I play games, I like to create a brand new character. I don't know if this in the future will cause privacy issues against people because you're now dealing with someone's real face, what they look like, and the technology is really good. Who's to say it won't, because you can evolve this technology and use it for other things, not just gaming. You could use it for real life use case. Like, right now we're using passports to scan to go on holiday. What if you just have a 3D model of yourself that's, as soon as you walk in, it recognizes you, you match your 3D. I'm just saying, like, it's good technology, right? But I think that the star of the show here is Everdome. Because if you think about where we're going in the next 5 years, we've got PSVR 2 coming out, the MetaQuest? They changed these to be Oculus. The MetaQuest 3 will be coming out, or MetaQuest Pro. All these new VR headsets are coming out, and they're getting better, and they're coming in 4K, high resolution, high frame rate. The hertz, 120 hertz, 100 or whatever it is. They're getting better, and I think that as time goes on, things like Everdome, the other one I invested in, Victoria VR, these are gonna be incorporated in these new projects, these new goggles, VR goggles or glasses, whatever you want to call them. And the VR glasses are getting sleeker, and as time goes on, thinner, smaller, because technology is growing with it. So I think now is the time to seriously pay attention to Everdome. Right, and I'm going to break it down with some people that may be new to this. It's very cheap right now. Sitting about 0.002 fragments of a penny, 1/5 of a penny. Because 0.02 0.04 makes a penny, right? 5 if it goes up by 5x makes it a penny. It's got 100 billion in supply, but it's burning supply. This is similar to what it is. When I look at this, I see XRP, just the supply, nothing else. I know they do different things. I'm just talking supply. You can see it as well, 100 billion, and we know now, as far as we're aware, we've seen XRP go up to like £2.50, £3 a price. So I know if Everdome was to perform really well, it could go up to £2 to £3 based on the supply it has now. But the supply is burning. And when you look over on their Twitter and stuff, you can see that they've been doing burning and things like that. And they have been keeping themselves up to date with everything Everdome. So I'm more focused on the Everdome more than the other thing, because I think this is where the limelight's going to happen. This is what's really going to shine, this project. And it has huge potential should it continue to do well. So, and I got up like the chart and stuff. We can have a look at the chart on Everdome. I think I got it up somewhere. Yeah, I got the chart over here as well, so we can have a look at the chart and stuff. But let's just continue this first. 100 billion in supply. It's a tiny market cap. This could be a low cap gem. I consider this a low cap gem, and this is what you want to do. You want to get in on these coins when they're as low as possible. But I told you, I saw this about 8 months ago. Matter of fact, let me just show you on my channel. I'm so sure I made a video on Everdome. Let me just type Everdome, see if it comes up. I know, look, top 3 metaverses. I wonder if it was in there. I was talking about these metaverses, and I'm sure Everdome was one of them. I know because I remember doing it. So I've done lots of videos on metaverse and stuff. Everdome was one of them, and I can't remember what the price was at the time. But now it's just very enticing to me. I waited patiently. This is a great time to buy. Had I shown you this about, what's this? Where is this? Had I shown you this back in February, 6 months ago, you would have been paying about 6 pence for one coin. 6 pence. That's basically 30 times more the price. So if this goes back to all-time highs, whatever you invest now could be 30 times your money back. That is not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do, but you best believe I know what I'm doing. And if you was a patron of mine, you saw these buy alerts and stake alerts on Everdome, because we're buying it, we're staking it like a boss. And this is what this is all about. So if you want to get in early on these projects, come over to my Patreon. The link is in my info section. Click it. You can become a patron. I've got 7 tiers. Take your pick. I always recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. Fresh month coming to as well. So, if you want to wait till the first, you can do that. But now's the time to be getting into. You don't miss out on these buy alerts. We're buying loads of stuff. There's even stealth coins that we're buying that you don't know, because I'm not making videos on them yet. But when it 100x's, you're going to see the videos. So if you want to see them coins, come over here. There's magic happening. I got super alerts tier as well. That's my CEO tier. The next one above. Check it out. Let's continue. Continue. I can't help it. So Everdome, it does look great. Now they got, tabs up here of the team, vesting schedule. I'll talk about the vesting in a second, because it talks about Hero, DGP. I'm guessing these that's the other tokens, right? But on the staking side of things, it has a vesting period as well. But I will talk through that. So the digital frontier's first hyper-realistic metaverse. Everdome is creating the most hyper-realistic metaverse that will bring brands and people together, all with the intent of building the most realistic metaverse experience. I think it can happen. I really do. And I would love to see this on a, like I said, like a Quest or something like that. Because if that comes, I'm looking right now for things that can go on VR. I'm looking for straight up VR projects. I don't care. Look, I've got enough play to earn. And I showed you play to earn. You've got that too. Great. I'm looking for VR capability. Why? Because that's the future. When I sit here looking at PSVR 2 coming out, and Sony PlayStation spending hundreds of millions, if not billions on this, that tells me that VR is going to be the way forward. When MetaQuest is looking to bring another Quest, what is it, MetaQuest Pro? That tells me that this is the future. This is our future. And I'm paying attention. Do whatever you guys want to do. I'm paying attention. Mark Zuckerberg isn't spending a huge amount of money for no reason. And if in 5 to 10 years, these things become smaller, sleek, compact, put it in your pocket, take it out, boom, I'm in a whole new world. A whole new world. La 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 la. Fast it up. La 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 la. Let me share this whole new. Okay. He's okay. He's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I gotta stop. I can't help it. This is just me. Like, I want to be in a whole new world, and I swear you can sit on my magic carpet, and I'll sing a whole new world to you in my magic world. So this has potential. This is where the world is going, and you need to adapt to it fast. So when I look at Everdome and I see the potential, I'm going to invest. Institutional investors. It says investment funds who believe in the future of Web3, Metaverse, and blockchain, and understanding them as truly transformative technologies. Everdome offers the opportunity to be a first mover in the future digital frontier. When you think about Decentraland, Sandbox, all these other metaverses that are coming out, they have a unique characteristic style. And they do it deliberately because that's the style that they want to have. We don't have a hyper realistic metaverse right now. And this could be the one. This could be the one that leads us into that hyper realistic reality. And all it takes is for a couple of big companies to look at this and go, wow, let's adopt this. Let's be a part of this and throw hundreds of millions into this. These big institutions, they don't invest like us. They don't just put like a little £1,000 a month. If you're lucky, if you can afford that. They put hundreds of millions, if not billions. And that's all it takes is a couple of $100 million to come into this for a secured investment to make this happen, to put it on, to have an app on your Quest, to have an app on your Pico 4. Is it Pico? Because I know, you best believe I know. Yeah, Pico 4, the VR headset. And I might buy one of them as well, because they look good. To have these apps just on the go. And if you've got like a PC, have it on there so you can just log it, put your whatever VR headset you got on and just go. PSVR 2, cool. So this is really enticing me. And I really hope that they can get it together. Obviously, it's on the Unreal Engine 5. If you want to see this, you can come on the Phase 1 game. Just type in Everdome up. I just typed in Everdome trailer. And it comes up with like the updates of what they've been doing and stuff. So I like that they're active. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in the next year or two. Just to see the progression in this project. Let me just come back to the website now. So you can buy land on this, which I haven't really done. I'm pretty sure you can buy land because it shows the massive ball and you can zoom in. It shows like little hexagon squares and you can buy some land, right? But I haven't done it yet. Land ownership. It says purchase and own Everdome City land as an investment or as a space to collaboratively yeah, I'm trying to read it. Create a unique area I might buy land. I might buy cheap land just to have my own space. Because I can picture a world in the future. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this Horizon thing. I've just been delayed on it. I do apologize. But I'm going to be doing this Horizon thing where I can speak with my patrons in the Horizons if you've got a Quest and do something like in the VR space for all these other things that come as well. Product placement, advertisement. It says here, our metaverse ushers in a new era of digital advertising. And it says in subtle product placement, allowing brands and companies to increase their digital footprint. Advertisement is a big thing. And this is where the next advertisement will be, in these metaverses. Whether you're playing like an avatar game on your phone or you've got the controller in your hand and you're playing the sandbox or you're on your PC with the mouse and keyboard playing the sandbox, you will see advertisement posts. Realm, if you're in Realm, you're going to see advertisement posts. So, putting on these VR headsets and seeing advertisement is going to be the next form of how we see the advertisement. I see VR as the next web. This is the next web. Or augmented reality. Look, it's got both VR and AR. Let me read them. Be yourself in the virtual world during the teleconference or dates. It says change your look or check if a new tattoo is definitely a good idea. Create your unique gif. So you can do augmented reality with this. Interesting to see what it's going to look like. I have to look into it more. We've got the tokenomics down here. What price did this list at? I want to know, like, Everdome. Someone knows, let me know. ICO price. What was the original list price for Everdome? Does it show? Well, we can look at the charts and maybe that sort of gives us an insight. Because I know it's not far off from where it first came. Hold on, let me have a look. Let me just see if I can change this to the weekly. Because I want to know what was the listing price for Everdome. Why is it taking long to change over? Come on, here we go. So you're looking pretty much right back at listing price. If you missed Everdome at the start and you wanted to get in on it and you missed it and a massive pump up, we are right back down at listing price, if not just a bit lower. So this for me is a phenomenal buy. And again, this is not financial advice. I bought some of this, and again, if you was a patron, you saw this. Look, this is the reason why I bought it. While I'm here, let me just touch on this, right? I like to look at the long-term perspective, meaning this is the weekly time frame for its chart, and this is what I'm paying attention to. And I only need two indicators. I need the RSI and the stochastic RSI, because this shows me, are we overbought? Are we oversold? Are we? What's the momentum like? Do we have buy power coming in or not? And this is what I'm paying attention to. And right now, the RSI shows me we've been in the oversold, we're down here, but sold area for a while. And there's only a matter of time until this starts to go up. Just like what you see on smaller time frames. If I change it to the 4 hourly, you can see in the past, look, we've been down, sold, and then this purple line comes up, oversold, overbought. You see, oversold, and it does that. It's a loop. It does it continuously. Look, I can go right back. Look, oversold, overbought, and down here a little bit sold, overbought, and this happens on every time frame. So what's the daily time frame? What we're looking at on a daily time frame, if it takes its time, So it's been oversold on the daily down here, and it's coming up to go overbought. But the weekly time frame is the most powerful one. Why? Because this shows longevity. This shows what's going to be long term and where we are right now. And I'm looking at the stochastic RSI down here. It looks like it's starting to pick up. Buyer power starting to come in. If we can get these two lines, the blue and the red, you can just about see it, come up into this bluish zone and, start getting that buyer momentum, you're going to see, that's the stochastic RSI. You will see the RSI, this purple line, start to come up over the next coming months. This isn't your quick play. This is I'm buying now, holding long term. Let's see what happens in the next 7-8 months, maybe a year, and see how much growth this can have. Can it come back to all-time highs? I think it can. I think it will surpass it. With everything that's coming in VR, I think it's going to surpass it and it's going to catch up to all-time highs very, very quickly. So I'm watching this. And then when this purple line on the weekly time frame comes oversold, that's when I'm going to sell like a boss. I'm taking those profits, you best believe. So let me go back over to this. So they've offered 24% to the staking and in-game rewards and development. Cool. And that's important because you want to know, like, if you're playing this or if you're involved in this, how much are you going to earn if you're going to, stake in passive income and whatnot. 15% went to the team, 21% exchange listed and liquidity. I don't need to go through all this. You can look at this in your own time. But I just wanted to show you a little bit on the tokenomics. So this is where they are right now, 2022 Q3. Web Mission Portal V2, expanding the team, onboarding strategic investors, further centralized exchange listings. Cool, because you need to be on more centralized exchanges. I know over the last couple of months, I can't remember when it was, the founder, the CEO, can't remember his name. He was focusing on, it was on Metahero before, but he's decided to come over to Everdome and put his focuses on here. Because at first I was thinking, what's happened? Like, has he just left the whole project completely? Well, no, he's focusing more on Everdome. Maybe his vision is similar to mine. He sees where the VR space and the whole metaverse is going, and this is what we want. We want to live in a socialized metaverse. We will. You ain't got a choice. That's just the way it's going, unfortunately, because the high powers with the big money are pushing it on us. They're forcing it upon us. Look at this. Everdome Astro NFT collection is coming. They got concept arts released and staking stage 2. What's going to happen in Q4 of 2022? So this is coming up to Christmas. Light paper, expanding the team, exhibit at Metaverse conference. VR experience. Now this is what I'm excited about, the VR, because this is the future. Trust me, guys. Mars exploration experience, adding multiple language support, cool, further centralized listings, fully integrated Metahero WDW 3D marketplace. Now look, like I said, if you want, you can look into this Metahero. Could be a good buy, I don't know, but I think this is going to be the star of the show. This is the main part, the Everdome. Like I said, people, when they get involved in the metaverse, they tend to want to just, have a different character. I mean, it's good to have yourself in the game, but how long until that nostalgia wears off? Like, I'm in the game now, great. Because I like changing myself up, being different things. Like when you think of that film Ready Player One, the reason it was so powerful to watch was because when you saw that metaverse, People were different. They could have been whoever they wanted to be. And you could drive what you wanted to drive, fly whatever you want to fly. You was an entirely different, unique character. And it gives you that sort of like suspense of mysterious and magicalness. Like, what do you look like in real life? And that's what it's about. If you have your own character where you show, oh, well, actually, I look like this. And then they're just like, oh, actually, I don't know about you. The girl's voice in it. Oh, I think I got to go now. Yeah, my friend's calling me. You just get the same treatment like what you get in real life in the metaverse. Because, you know, they'd be sitting there and you know you done it, girls. I know you'd be doing, my friend's calling me. I've got to go now. Really? I'm still eating my damn food. Yeah, I've got to go. I'm just saying, like, you get the same treatment if they know what you look like. But if you're something else, it holds that mysterious, mystical, like, oh, I wonder what he looks like. Debbie, I wonder what he looks like. Anyway, so you look into that if you want to invest into that. I'm just going to hold tight on Everdome for now. I think it's a great buy. Look, how much do I think you should have? Not investment advice. 1 million of these, and I've got to keep it real. Because I told you, had I told you this about February, 6, 7, whatever months ago, you'd have been paying £6 a piece, which means to get 1 million of these tokens back then, which was not long ago, 6 months ago, 6 months, you would have been paying, you would have had to, out of your own pocket, invested £60,000, raw, which is about $65,000, something like that. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. How much do you pay now for 1 million? Just got to keep it real. 1 million right now. You was to bag 1 million of these right now. It's a bit more than what I say to the average person. £2,000, £2,100 would guarantee you 1 million Everdome, which could very well set your life up for greatness in the future. But again, I can't financially tell you what to do. This is just my personal opinion. If you can't afford that, fine. Because I tell you what, 100,000 of these could be great right now. Because in the past, had you tried to accumulate 100,000 of these when it was 6 pence, that was 6 grand. Now you can get it for like 200 quid. Super duper cheap. I need to make a super duper cheap video, another one. I'm going to bring some super duper, because you know, if you haven't seen my super duper cheap, check it out. I got a super duper cheap. I'm going to bring another one. Maybe I'll put Everdome on there as well, say super duper cheap. So yeah, this is super cheap right now. And I'm excited to buy this right now, sit for the long term. What would 100x do to this? I want to look at the market cap, see what 100x would do. Where is it going to pull it? Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Make me highlight. I just want to copy this. Right, here we go. So take this, go like this, because the market cap, it needs to be realistic. 100x on your money, you know, £1,000 or 100 grand. It'll be a 3.7 billion market cap. I think that's doable. I do think that's doable. It could probably 1000x. If the metaverse comes back strong, which I believe it will do, and it goes crazy, and all of a sudden these serious people are looking for a hyper-realistic, you won't be able to tell what the difference is between your real life and this, because it just feels so damn real. Yeah, you know, it could go there. 3.7 billion, 1000x would be a 37 billion market cap. Who knows? This crypto space is so damn wild. You know, over the last 7 months, we've just seen some crazy stuff happen. We've seen a coin that was in the top 6 just collapse down completely to zero. Terra Luna. So who knows? Anything's possible right now in this space. Everdome could become one of the most leading dominant cryptos in this space. So don't underestimate it. I don't want to talk too much. Real quick, if you want to stake this, you can click on staking, come over to the staking side of things, and then here you just, you know, connect your wallet, click stake, and then you can choose how much you want to stake. You can see I've got some stake in here. It tells you how much your rewards are. How the vesting period works. So basically, like, look, down here it says the APY, what you can receive. When you click stake, you can choose how much you want to put in. You can choose the weekly, you know, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 20 weeks, 30 weeks, whatever you want to do. If you wanted to do 52 weeks, which is a year, you would get the full 40% APR. See it here? I'm going to highlight it for you. 40% APR. So depending on how long you lock up your tokens for is how much you'd get APR, right? That simple. Once you've done the full period, you can take your coins out. And then you can claim your rewards. But when you claim your rewards, it takes a period of time for you to receive it over a 12-month vesting period. So I'm guessing when you click the claim, you can receive a certain amount of tokens now, and then each maybe month or something, you can unlock more, something like that. But that's what it says here. And this is what we need to read in your own time when you go over it, just to make sure you understand it as well. But it's something like that, okay? Not far off. something like that. So let's just click on NFTs. Are they about? Switch network tells me to go over to the ETH chain. I'm not on it right now, but I'm guessing you can get some NFTs. I don't know what they do. I'm gonna have to look into them more. Number of spots. I'm gonna have to look into it more to see, understand what does this say. Everdome's Genesis NFT collection will offer its holders a wide array of benefits, both in the short term and long term. Most notably, holders of the Everdome Genesis NFT will hold a golden ticket, acting as a right of early access to Everdome's launch. Okay, facility in Spaceport. Okay, so you'd be one of the first to get in on this and, you know, explore. Okay, that sounds good. I might have to get one. Below, you will find a full list of the benefits for each of three tiers in the Genesis. So now, if you want the best class, number of spots, 50, 1 of 50. So maybe it's worth getting one of these. So level 1, is that considered the best one? Because, you know, there's only 50 available. I'm going to have to look into it. And then it gives you the ticks here, what you get access to and stuff. This is interesting. How do you buy it? I'm going to have to look. OpenSea. So I guess you can claim and trade. People are probably trading them on OpenSea. I'm going to look in my own time. You do that as well. What do you think? Do you like it? Look, if I click the map, this shows where you can buy land. It's taking its time to load. You can buy some, scroll up. Yeah, scroll up. I'm scrolling up. Hold on. Here we go. So you can buy land on this Everdome. And you can zoom in. I don't know if I can show it. And it shows all like the land. It looks good. But it looks like people are already paying attention to this and buying them. So look at this. This is the map with all the different parts of land that you can buy. How do I zoom in? So, you know, got all people's faces and stuff. People are already going in on this. Maybe I need to as well. So, you know, this is the land side of things. And maybe it could be a good thing to own some of this land. I'm guessing the HQ is the best part, like the main center of the Everdome. So I like it. I do like it. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, please drop that like, give me a subscribe, become a Patreon. The link is in my info section. Don't miss out. Please do not miss out, because you're going to miss out on them crazy gains. I've already been showing you videos over the last few days, what kind of coins we're investing in, the gains that we're making. We made 380%, we had a 380% price surge pump with one of our coins that we invested in before through this bear market. And we're getting these pumps all the time. So, you know, check out my videos. Don't miss out. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.